Okay guys, so, hi Chan. I was going to make this video at the barn, but I ended up running out of time, so I'm going to do it here in front of my backdrop instead. So, if you guys saw my tack shelf tour, you see that I have a Pro Radius Hoof Rasp. This is the second one. Um, and I know that Evolutionary Hoof Care, which is the maker of this hoof rasp, they have their own YouTube channel where they demonstrate how to use the product. But I haven't seen any external videos that are reviews for this product, so I figured I may as well do one um, because it is a very, very nice product. So the first thing is it's a handheld rasp that has a magnet in the back, which I don't have anything. I don't have anything metal in my room except maybe. Yeah, no, that's fine. I don't have anything metal in my room where I would show you, but it does stick to things quite um, effectively. So I have gotten it stuck to the stall walls because they're made of metal. It's gotten stuck to my hoof picks, gotten stuck to my curry combs and shedding blades. So it does get stuck to things quite easily. The reason why it has a magnet in the back is because it's meant to stick onto a hoof stand, which is made of metal. Um, so that's a good thing. I don't personally have one because I don't know what happened to the one that we had at the ranch. We did have one at one point, but it disappeared. So I don't use it for that. I just stick it in my grooming tote and it's fine. But it is a rounded rasp. So what the Pro Radius Hoof Rasp does is it makes a Mustang roll, which for any of you girls who like to file your nails off, where you take the file and you rub it in a arcing motion, that's what this does to a horse's hoof. What a Mustang roll is it basically just rolls the hoof so that it makes it harder and so that the hoof doesn't break as easily, it doesn't chip, and it won't flare as much as if you were to just trim it and then file it down. Now, what this does that a normal rasp doesn't do is it makes the shape of the Mustang roll even easier. Instead of taking the rasp and doing the up and down motion, all you have to do is take the rasp and go around the horse's hoof like that. It's very, very easy, very, very simple. I don't have to bring out I don't have to bring out a hoof stand and go from underneath and then go from on top. Um, I can just pick up her hoof, go over her hoof a couple of times, and it shaves it down a little bit, and it just takes away. I use it whenever Bugsy gets flares or cracks in her hooves, just little ones. It doesn't do enough for a large crack or a large break in the hoof. Um, but if it does, the hoof piece chips off, it can smooth that chip down a little bit. I use this in between farrier visits to just maintain her feet, which right now her feet need to have the farrier come out so badly. They're atrocious at this point. Because they get really brittle in the summertime, which is very unfortunate. Uh, but so I have been using this quite a lot. It doesn't take enough hoof off to do a solid clipping. Jen, just relax for a minute. So you can't just use this to trim your horse's feet. It doesn't take off that much. Or if it, I guess you could, but it would take a really, really long time. And it's just easier to take pair nippers, get off the extensive amount of excess, and then take this to it and smooth it out. Now the Pro Radius 1 is, as you can see, these are quite large. Uh, it's quite a large rasp, so it doesn't get a fine, smooth finish. It does make a smooth finish, but it's not as smooth as the first one is, which is a white handle. That one is the finer one. The divots are much smaller. If I had a regular rasp here, I'd show you most original rasps will have this on one side and then a fine side on the other. Same as many uh, nail files, same idea. The finer it is, the more smooth you're going to get. But this will take more off than the Pro Radius one. I don't have the Pro Radius one because I don't see the point in having two. I personally don't need it that much. I don't need her foot that smooth. Um, but it's a very nice product and it's very sturdy. The plastic is really, really, um, it's sturdy and it won't break. Uh, it's now I haven't had this long enough to where I need to replace the rasp. It's still pretty new and there aren't very many imperfections in the metal, if any at all. For the most part, it's still a fairly new rasp. Like I said, I don't use it an extensive amount, but I do use it quite a lot. So just the way to change out the rasp is very, very easy. So if you look at the rasp, there's a black strip here, but if you look at it from the other angle, you don't see any silver, but you see silver here. This is the exit point. So there are little stoppers in there. So all you do is you hold this upside down. You can take like a clamp, like a wood clamp. I'm not sure exactly what those are called. My dad has them. But you can just hold onto it and take it like a regular household hammer, tap it until it comes down, take it off, and then it's just as easy to get it back in. You put the stopper at the bottom, line it up into the grooves, tap it back in, and boom, you've replaced it. Now the reason why I know how to do this is because I dropped this in a mud puddle. I think like after a month of having it, because it rained really, really badly, and I just wanted to make sure that I rinsed off the metal and got all the mud out from in between the plastic and the metal because I didn't want to have missed some of the mud that was in there and then have it rust. I didn't want that happening. So I took it out, cleaned it, and then put it back together. And it's very, very simple, very, very easy. The people at Evolutionary Hoof Care are very, very nice. When I ordered this, there was something going on with my PayPal account, which it happened again when I ordered something else after the fact. And it went to the house that I was at previous to the house that I was at that point, because it had moved. And so they had sent it there, and I asked, it's been like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks now, and I still haven't gotten the rasp yet. And the lady apologized and said that um, they looked over the account and saw that there were two addresses, and the one that they sent it to, I told them was the wrong one, so she sent me a new one. She was very, very sweet, very apologetic. I sent her an email about a month later and said, this is a really, really nice product. I really enjoyed it, and I am going to keep this in my hoof care uh, portion of my grooming tote for a very long time. It is something that I do use and I'm going to continue using. Uh, Now, the only time that this won't work is if you have a horse that is shoed. Now, if you have a horse that's shoed or shod, however you want to say it, uh, you shouldn't use this because metal on metal is never good. But if your horse, say, pitches a shoe and you just want to, file their foot off to make sure that they don't break their hoof before the farrier can come out and put a new shoe on, just going over this a couple of times on the hoof just to strengthen it up a little bit is an awesome thing. If you have a horse that's like Mallory and Pressy where they have shoes in the front and bare feet in the back, then this is fine for their bare feet in the back. Um, and I'm pretty sure that I think the way that you can do it, where if you are a farrier watching this video, you can, instead of taking like a regular rasp, you can do this and then put a shoe on too. So it can be used for horses that are shoed, but it's better. It's going to be more useful to people that have barefoot horses, which is my preference. I love having my horses barefoot. I don't like putting metal on my horse's feet, just because it does make their feet. It's not good for their foot circulation. That's all I'm going to say about it. But all in all, it's a very good product. It's very easy to use. I don't have to use a hoof stand. All I have to do is pick her foot up, go over it a couple times, good to go. Um, it's very lightweight. I don't have to worry about it breaking because it is very, very sturdy. Um, and I will definitely, when this rasp wears down, I will definitely get a replacement. And I might even get some more um, evolu- evolutionary hoof care products in the future because I do really like this product a lot. I might even get the Radius 1 and the Soul File. I might get those too. Just because I do really like the way that they make their products, and I just find that they're so much more simple than the traditional way of doing a horse's feet. So I hope that helps, guys. And if you want to pick up um, a rasp for yourself, I will link their website in the or in the description. If you have any more questions, go ahead and ask in the comment section, or we'll link my email account as well if you want to ask questions, whether it's about this or if it's about anything else. I will try and get back to you as soon as I possibly can. School is starting soon, so it may take a little bit longer if I have, homework that I have to do or whatever, school stuff. Uh, but I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Um, I'm not one of those people that just looks at an email and goes, oh, okay, and then turns it off, unless it's just like a comment, then I might not answer. But if it is a question, I will make sure to answer it. So yeah, I hope that helps, guys, and I'll see you in the next video, or you'll see me. Turn off, please.